Hello and welcome to this News 9 special. Today, there is an important surge in the southern states. And what is the surge being driven by? It is by none other than Prime Minister Modi. Prime Minister Modi will be on a two-day visit to three southern states, starting with Telangana and then moving on to Tamil Nadu and later to election-bound Karnataka. But in Telangana, he's come with a huge cachet of what we would call as a push for infrastructure. Prime Minister Modi has been trying to, in fact, reach out to Telangana as well as to the communities there, saying that development can come only if the BJP is in power in Telangana. Probably after Karnataka, he's also looking at the possibility of the second state where the BJP might bloom, looking at the possibility of Telangana being that field. Meanwhile, he'll be moving on to Tamil Nadu, and in Tamil Nadu, he will be, in fact, going ahead and ensuring that he will inaugurate the newly constructed terminal of the Chennai airport. Well, in Telangana alone, he's going ahead and trying to inaugurate at least 11,300 crore worth of projects in that region. Well, it is a brisk visit, but it's a visit that has been loaded with a lot of symbolism at the same time with an infra push. Meanwhile, we have in fact come to the light that he will be reaching Begumpet airport, but there is an important issue that has come to light. That is, KCR might be skipping Prime Minister's events in Telangana. Well, that has been the kind of attitude from the BRS, especially after saying that their principal rival in the state is no longer Congress, but the BJP. And this is not the first time that KCR has gone ahead and, well, skipped some of the important events that the Prime Minister is, in fact, inaugurating or attending. It is being said that KCR had been invited on protocol terms, and it is by protocol that he's supposed to, in fact, go ahead and also receive the Prime Minister. But many a times, he has given a miss. In fact, we are joined to discuss about this huge initiative on the part of the Prime Minister in the southern states of Telangana. We have our guests who are joining us. We have Qurban Ali as well as Rajalakshmi, who in fact joins us in the show. First, let me come to you, Rajalakshmi. How do you view this visit by the Prime Minister at the moment? It is an infra push, but there's a lot of politics behind this infra push as well. And of course, KCR is staying away as usual. How do you view this?
Of course, definitely. The Prime Minister's visit is, loaded with a certain objective in mind. And Telangana is one of the states where the BJP, has sort of made, I wouldn't say sort of significant inroads, but it's increased its vote share compared to what it secured in the 2018 Assembly elections and then the 2019 Lok Sabha elections. So there was a significant jump. It was under 10% in 2018, I think around 7% of the vote share, and it jumped to, I think, close to 19% or so in the Lok Sabha elections. Now, apart from this, then we also had, the municipal corporation, the Greater Hyderabad municipal corporation elections, where the BJP secured, I think maybe 1/3 of the total number of seats. But still, again, it's an urban, electorate. Essentially, it's an urban electorate, and whether its impact reaches out to the rural populace or not is a thing to be seen, because I do not think that has happened so far significantly. And yes, I think of all the southern states, I think the only place, the only state where the BJP thinks it has a chance of sort of not really so replacing, the government, but of being a significant opposition party is, I think, Telangana. And that is why a lot of effort is being sort of concentrated there politically, as well as in terms of sort of directing, welfare schemes as well as measures, spending money a lot. I don't know. How do all these things fit in with the code of conduct, of elections? Of course, the dates have not been announced, so the center is free to sort of spend a lot in the states which are going to face the polls. But whether it's ethically sort of correct or not, and whether the electorate also sort of discerns these things is also a thing to be considered, because they also know that it's not that this kind of an interest from the center is a consistent one. I mean, if it was, it should have been from day one, irrespective of the fact of whichever government was in place. So even if you have an opposition party which is in reins of that particular government there, of that particular state there, I mean, it does not prevent the center from sort of making the kind of investments or making the kind of welfare announcement schemes, etc., in that particular state. So why should it happen, just before elections? It's also a thing that the electorate, I think will be sort of considering. The other thing is that this whole thing about, parivarvad and sort of dynastic politics, which the BJP has been targeting the KCR government with, and also the alleged role of Kavita Rao in the excise scam, which embroils the Delhi government at present. So all these things, I think, cumulatively will be I think the poll plank of the BJP. But as I also hear and learn that KCR is also sort of giving it back in equal measure. I mean, if not more, because last year, if you recall, when the Sankalp Sabha was held, that is the BJP held its 2-day national executive in Hyderabad last year. In fact, KCR also sort of brought out huge ads to sort of counter the coverage in terms of the propaganda that the Sankalp Sabha was trying to achieve. And so I think KCR has also sort of realized, as you said in the beginning, that his main opposition is going to be the BJP, and therefore he's also trying to make sort of overtures to other opposition parties on the whole issue of the misuse of central agencies, on the issue of also corruption that we have seen sort of involving I mean a BJP leader in Karnataka. So it's not that that the BJP can sort of claim to be the purest of the pure in this
In
scenario.
this,
Yeah.
Rajlakshmi, hold to your thoughts there. Let's in fact get Mr. Qurban Ali into the discussion. Mr. Qurban Ali, how do you see the Prime Minister's outreach for Telangana? He's coming with a huge infrastructure push in the state, and at the same time, a lot of people say that it is the beginning of the political push that the BJP wants to have in the state. But it looks like, as Rajlakshmi was also saying, that possibility is that though BJP wants to project as the counterweight for KCR, it is probably a long-term vision. The immediate vision would be to, in fact, hold on to that opposition space. That is to capture the opposition space from the Congress. Is that the case?
Well, I'm not fully agree with that. But as you have said in the beginning, this is not limited to Telangana. This is Prime Minister's outreach to all the southern states, mainly now in Telangana, Tamil Nadu, and Karnataka. Actually, he is keeping an eye on the next Lok Sabha election of 2024. And for that, he is trying his best to make inroads in the southern states. And of course, Telangana is very important for BJP. Since KCR has come out as a main opponent of Narendra Modi, he has some ambitions to be a pan-India party and to be a prime ministerial candidate in case there is a hung parliament or there are a possibility of a third front government, as it happened in 1997 when Deve Gowda emerged as a front runner and the prime minister. Yeah. So the thing is that not only in Telangana, but Prime Minister is giving message that I am the only one who can deliver. I am and the BJP is the party you can trust. And it's always, whenever he goes, be it for inauguration of an airport or for a AIIMS or anything, he turned it into an election rally, and he exploited. Although you can say that there are no elections in Telangana or in Tamil Nadu, but certainly it has some effects in Karnataka. And so The Prime Minister is preparing himself, gearing up. I think he has come up in a full mode to be in an election mode, and he is trying his best, be it Northeast, be it Southern states, be it Northern states. He is trying his best that he should get more than 300 seats in the next Lok Sabha elections.
Well, let us go back to Rajlakshmi now. Rajlakshmi, why is it that there is so much of focus on Telangana more than Andhra Pradesh? Two Telugu states, I mean, the BJP has been trying to, in fact, find foundations in Andhra Pradesh as well, trying to find the leadership there. But again, there's a lot of focus on Telangana. Why is it so?
Yeah. See, as I said, it is in fact in Telangana in fact, alone, of all the 5 southern states put together, it is Telangana alone, and maybe to an extent, in Pondicherry also, that the BJP has been able to make, I mean, I wouldn't say again significant inroads, but certain inroads, of course, as compared to Tamil Nadu and Kerala, it is, where its presence is nil. So it's Karnataka, yes, the BJP is there, and also therefore, Telangana is the next sort of target. Maybe it's an entry point to Andhra also, and they all feel that Andhra may follow suit if they sort of succeed in sort of getting a further, a firmer footprint in Telangana. In fact, the YSCRP in Andhra has, I think it's a constituent of the NDA. If I'm not mistaken, and is quite, and has been quite sort of ambivalent in the the overall strategizing, that the opposition has been doing on the issue of the misuse of central agencies, etc. And the TDP also has sort of maintained sort of like an equidistant, has remained equidistant from the opposition as well as the BJP, not preferring to take a strong position on the issue of misuse of central agencies by the central government. Now again, as I said, in Telangana, yes, they have four I think MPs, and they have some, and they also have some MLAs, and plus they sort of made certain inroads in the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation. So they feel that probably they ought to make they ought to increase this presence in the assembly, and which would sort of also fetch it dividends in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. So it will be a huge statement. I mean, if they do improve based on their existing figures, it would be, as Qurban Ali also said, that it would send a signal to the other states that we are not far from coming there. But I think it's easier sort of said than done. It's not going to be as easy as they think it's going to be, because the other states, the regional parties are quite well ensconced. Their own welfare schemes are quite advanced, and there's no, and then this whole cultural nationalism, and this north-south issue, Hindi as an issue. There are all these things that I think the BJP needs to sort of consider. So even if it nominates some people, to the Rajya Sabha, some athletes, some actors, music director here or there, I do not think it's going to make a very significant dent unless it really sort of presents a hugely alternate vision that sort of appeals to the
is it also
electorate.
because that when we talk about Prime Minister Modi, he has been talking about a double-engine system of governance, where you have a strong regional leader as well. Pandit Sanjay, who has been the BJP face, has not been able to make it to that cut. Is that the reason why they have to overly rely on Prime Minister Modi's image to actually ensure that the BJP has a face enough to battle against KCR in Telangana?
Right. Yes. Yes. I mean, to an extent, yes, it's true. But then tell me, which election has it been where the Prime Minister has not been the face of the BJP? I mean, whether it's Himachal Pradesh, where of course there's a good strong local leadership. That's not true. That's not true of HP. At least the BJP's national president is from HP, and so are several leaders. The INB minister, the union INB minister, is from Himachal Pradesh, and yet Prime Minister Modi and plus almost the entire cabinet were out, campaigning in HP, of course, which the BJP lost. So there's also this double engine, narrative. I don't think it works, in every case. I mean, I think there are certain limitations to that. which I think the BJP also, I think, realizes that. But then, I mean, as I said, earlier, to say that, that if you vote for us, we are going to sort of give you all the benefits, all your, legitimate benefits due, and the center will help you out. It's not very healthy kind of a discourse, I think, I mean, that, that if you sort of do not vote for us, your state is going to be, sort of deprived, of these centers, generosity, which is ultimately taxpayers' money. It's not that the center is that they're giving from their own pockets. It's taxpayers' money, which you ought to sort of, give to the states, so that you help them come at par with other states in the country, so that there's equitable development. That's how central government's vision ought to be in a federation of states that we are. But then, as you have seen, come election time, these grand announcements are done. Again, it's sort of contingent on, if we get elected, then things get done, or that, we are giving it because so that you can elect us. So these kind of conditionalities are essentially not a healthy practice, in sort of democracy. So that why should the BJP then be sort of critical of the freebies? The freebies in quotes that regional parties offer to their electorate. I mean, because they're also doing the same thing, which is couched in a different language and a different form, entirely.
Well, now
So
let me
these
get
are certain things, but as I said, it's not going to really,
Mhm.
it's not really going to impact, because unless the party has, a rural base, unless it has really sort of permeated and sort of penetrated the rural electorate so much, and it's not, again, just a case of social
Well,
engineering
that was the next question
of
which I
giving
wanted
some,
to, in fact, come to when you're talking about the
yeah,
rural electorate. We were talking about the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation elections, and
yes,
I had, in fact, followed that elections as well. You had leaders coming in
okay,
from Karnataka as well. And
yeah,
interestingly enough, it was divided among the old city Muslim neighborhoods
yes,
and
yes,
the new areas emerging in Hyderabad. And you were able to see that kind of polarization that was there. So
yes,
clearly, the BJP did use the polarization aspect, the fact that there is a community polarization within Hyderabad city. They were able to use it quite well for the municipal corporation
yes.
elections. What was that? It looks like they were more looking into the urban sector than the rural electorate, as you were talking about.
Yeah, so the BJP has sort of tended to be, at least began,
Because in
it
these
began as
areas, you
a,
had AIIMS more
yeah,
put in focus than the TRS as such. So when they went for those campaigning, more than TRS, the aim was taken at AIIMS.
yes, it helps. It helps, So you have two kinds of extremes of, polarizations taking place. On one side you have, the consolidation behind, the minorities, which is the AIMIM tries to do. And the other hand, the BJP says, that we are giving you the alternative to that kind of a consolidation, which is Hindu, majority consolidation, So here, because if it's sort of juxtaposed like this, the two of them, feed into each other, and they essentially exclude, any other kind of narrative that is possible,
And
so
Charminar has been
if it's
part
sort
of
of
this
welfare,
narrative. In fact, a
yes,
historical, this thing has been part of this narrative.
yes. Yeah, so it's not a very healthy thing, really, to so I'm saying these two sort of fundamentalisms, if you can put it in that way, they sort of feed into each other, and therefore they sort of set aside class issues,
But then
So
how does
so
the
so even
voting
if
take
there
place?
are,
Because
yeah,
when we come to the voting part of it, it looks
yes,
like this kind of polarization when it comes to the larger voting, especially for Lok Sabha or assembly seats, doesn't show up. It rather shows up at a very local level, maybe at a municipal level. So is that the
probably.
polarization only working at that level, or rather it has started working at that level and probably we'll see it in the coming elections as well?
Yeah, see, yes, of course, the southern states have, as far as the HDR indicators are concerned, education and other indicators, they are far ahead as compared to several other states, the Indian subcontinent. But then again, as I said, the it has not really, the polarization on, communal lines is not going to be easy for the BJP to sort of experiment with, in areas where you do not have, a predominantly minority or let's say it's a Muslim population rather, it's not going to succeed. It's not going to succeed elsewhere. So it is here that other opposition parties also need to perhaps get that act together and to ensure that such a polarization does not occur uh, during elections, or is not allowed to take root, even when there are not any elections sort of happening. So it's not going to be easy to experiment on these lines. But then yes, in Karnataka they have tried, in coastal Karnataka. Again, they have tried in those areas where you have a significant section of the minorities residing. Therefore, those experiments always sort of are sort of done there, and
But what
to
about
create
development?
that
As a development as a
polarization.
narrative, because when we look at BRS or the former TRS, the reason why the Telugu states had to split was the question about how Andhra was able to get
Yes.
the lion's share of development, and
Right.
Telangana was not able to get it.
Right.
And Hyderabad was the jewel in the dispute between both of them. But
Right.
now the question is that the 10 districts, how much of development has actually happened? Because the BJP seems to be factoring this, that development as promised has not been taking place as promised by KCR. Now KCR would say, where are the funds coming in from the center for that development, which was promised when the states were in fact bifurcated. So these factors will keep on going to and fro between BRS and BJP as to who is going to fund the development of Telangana.
Right. No, I don't know. Absolutely, you're absolutely right. But then again, the kind of development is also an issue that I'm sure people, will be asking, as to how many jobs are going to be created. Ultimately, if the center sort of launches a certain project, yeah, how many jobs? Okay, in concrete terms, people will ask, and KCR and the BRS is going to raise this issue also. For instance, concretely, how is it going to sort of benefit the state? You might say that, highways built, road, okay, it might sort of result, in
In
temporary.
fact, we have the Prime Minister inaugurating the Vande Bharat train that will be flagged off from Secunderabad to Tirupati. A very interesting route for Vande Bharat Express. Tirupati is the most important temple town in the southern region as well. And this Vande Bharat train is expected to go ahead and pull in the pilgrims who would be willing to go to Tirupati, who would be looking at Tirupati as the destination where they want to in fact go ahead and be. So this train is considered to be quite significant for a lot of pilgrims who go to Tirupati, as Tirupati has other connections as well. But this reduces the time travelled from Secunderabad by almost 3.5 hours. So Vande Bharat Express from Secunderabad to Tirupati is considered to be one of the flagship projects which the center wants to highlight in Telangana. Meanwhile, the development of the Secunderabad Railway Station is also being flagged by the Prime Minister. He said that the development of Secunderabad Station would make it one of the important network stations for South India, and that is why the development of the Secunderabad station has been given priority. Secunderabad station at the moment has a huge platform base, but it is being said that it takes time to negotiate the traffic of trains in that station, and therefore the new redevelopment scheme would ensure that the negotiation of traffic towards that station is negotiated in such a way that it is much more efficient. And at the moment, the Prime Minister at the location where he is going to flag off the Vande Bharat train, having also some kind of talk with the first passengers, most of them are children inside the train. Well, we have the Prime Minister now moving towards the dais, along with Tamar Selvi, who is the Governor of Telangana, and the Prime Minister waving towards the passengers and the BJP leaders who are assembled at the station in Secunderabad, where the Vande Bharat, which is one of the flagship trains of the Indian Railways, will be flagged off. This particular route, Secunderabad to Tirupati, being considered as one of the most important pilgrim routes in southern India.
Native to Telangana, and Batukamma is a colorful floral festival of Telangana, which has over the years become a symbol of its culture and identity. The festival has been beautifully captured in the painting. अब हमारे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी से सविनय निवेदन करते हैं कि वे हरी झंडी दिखाकर नई वंदे भारत एक्सप्रेस का शुभारंभ करें।
The Prime Minister taking the green flag to give the signal to the Vande Bharat Express that will be flagged from Secunderabad. Its route towards Tirupati, one of the foremost pilgrim centers in southern India. Tirupati, known world over for attracting one of the largest number of pilgrims to its temples. The green flag has been waved and the Vande Bharat train is on the move. The Vande Bharat train from Secunderabad to Tirupati is on the move. The Prime Minister flagging of the Vande Bharat train, one of the most important trains being introduced on a very important and busy pilgrim route. The train in fact cuts the travel journey from Secunderabad to about 3.5 hours, and this is considered to be a big advantage for pilgrims who relied on multimodal transport, probably reaching Tirupati and relying on buses, and also reaching Chennai and then traveling back to Tirupati. This was the kind of travel that they had to go through, but now a direct Vande Bharat train from Secunderabad to Tirupati.
Gateway to the abode of Lord Venkateshwara and Goddess Padmavati, by the fastest and most comfortable rail service offering best-in-class travel experience. The commencement of the new Vande Bharat Express, second such service for Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, is a testimony of the transformational path embarked by our Honorable Prime to provide utmost convenience to pilgrims. यह वंदे भारत एक्सप्रेस तेलंगाना और आंध्र प्रदेश की जनता के लिए एक अनुपम भेंट है।
Well, the Prime Minister has gone ahead and flagged the Vande Bharat Express from Secunderabad to Tirupati in the presence of Telangana Governor.
Enthusiastic to see and greet our beloved Prime Minister. यह वंदे भारत एक्सप्रेस
Jubilant crowds at the Secunderabad station waving towards the Prime Minister as he flagged off the Vande Bharat Express from Secunderabad. Also for Secunderabad station, a redevelopment project has been launched whereby it will be brought to international standards. The Secunderabad Railway Redevelopment Project is set to make Secunderabad as one of the important hubs for transit as well as for passenger trains in South India.
हम सब हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी को तहे दिल से धन्यवाद देते हैं।
In fact, a big infra push by the Prime Minister in Telangana. There, earlier, the Prime Minister speaking with the first passengers in the Vande Bharat Express. Students were in fact chosen to be the first passengers on the Vande Bharat train, having a moment with them and speaking to them as well. The Vande Bharat Express is considered to be a paradigm shift in design when it comes to the Indian Railway coaches for passenger trains. It is mostly a train that has got seated capacities, and at the same time it is also considered to be one of the best when it comes to the rail coaches that have been manufactured by the Indian Coach Factory, ICF. Its design is totally different from the existing design and is considered to be one of the premium trains in the Indian Railways. This particular route from Secunderabad to Tirupati is considered to be the pilgrims route and is being busy with a lot of pilgrims trying to reach Tirupati. The board of Sri Balaji and many of them have in fact used roundabout multimodal transport systems to reach the place, but this train in fact cuts short the travel time by around 3.5 hours and is considered to be a boon for the pilgrims who would be traveling from Hyderabad Secunderabad region and onwards towards Tirupati. There, the Prime Minister flagging off the Vande Bharat train along with Telangana Governor. Tamilisai Soundarajan, in fact, accompanying the Prime Minister as he flags off the Vande Bharat train. The Prime Minister will be laying the foundation of 5 highways as well, and he will also be laying the foundation of AIIMS at Bibi Nagar, as well as delivering an address at the parade grounds in Hyderabad. This is the biggest infra push that has been carried out by the centre in Telangana. 11,300 crore worth of projects has been sanctioned by the centre for Telangana. Meanwhile, a little bit of politics that has been reported in the area. KCR has given a miss to the event. He was invited as per protocol for the launch of the Vande Bharat Express, but the Chief Minister of Telangana had skipped the event. Meanwhile, he also was not present while receiving the Prime Minister at the Begumpet airport. Well, that was one of the starting points of the infrastructure push that the Prime Minister is planning in Telangana, and Vande Bharat, which is considered to be one of the premium trains that has been introduced by the Indian Railways, was flagged off by the Prime Minister. And well, let's discuss about it. We have Qurban Ali who joins us. Qurban Ali, Vande Bharat train has been introduced by the Prime Minister, and he is in fact ensuring that this particular train is on a particular route, that is towards Tirupati. Do you see any significance in that particular route?
Well, great messaging in it that he cares about not only his constituency, but the wishes of the majority people. That is Hindus. Most of the pilgrims goes to Tirupati, and it would be a great gift to them. And this is also a kind of tactics by Prime Minister Modi for his outreach to the voters and to the masses. So certainly it's a great significance, and I think it will pay him back in the elections.
You think it's going to pay him back in the elections? But this particular route, we've seen Vande Bharat being launched for a temple route. This is not the first train that has been launched for a temple pilgrim route. The initial Vande Bharat also was launched with regards to its destination being Varanasi. So clearly, the Prime Minister, when you say is giving a messaging, he is clearly giving a messaging to his core constituency, as he says. But at the same time, he's also saying development need not be centered around metros. There are several other regions of this country that need to be connected, and development needs to reach those places as well.
Of course. I mean, that is what his USP is, that he is giving this message all over India that we are delivering, we are doing great development work, be it trains or be it educational institution, be it health services. He's going to inaugurate, I believe, AIIMS also there in Telangana. So he's giving this message that he is the person who works round the clock, 24/7, and he is delivering, and that has been proved in many states. And but now the thing is that whether he will get some serious inroads in the Telangana, that has to be seen, because KCR is giving him a tough competition. And that's why he is more soft towards Andhra Pradesh than Telangana. But what he did, the Chief Minister this morning, not to receive Prime Minister at the Begumpet airport or to this ceremony, I think this is against the protocol. And this should not be the culture when Prime Minister is visiting a state. Chief Minister should be there.
Well, let's get Rajalakshmi for a quick reaction on this. Well, of course, KCR has been showing his displeasure on this, but at the same time, the messaging is also on the route. It is from Secunderabad to Tirupati, clearly trying to, in fact, reflect upon his core constituency, at the same time saying that development will reach all the corners of those cities which we might consider as Tier 2 and Tier 3?
Yeah. Well, I would ask, about the cost of development, other than the fact that there's been a, the fact remains that railways, it comes under the center. So I do not think that any state government has, the wherewithal to sort of, have rail routes or also construct, trains, or others manufacture trains. So it's only the center who can do it, right? So now I would also ask a question about the fares. I mean, I do not think that the Vande Bharat trains come cheap. They are air conditioned, as we can see on the screen, and as we also have been seeing elsewhere. I think the minimum for an AC chair is not less than 1,500 to 1,600 rupees. The executive chair car is in fact more. It's close to 3,000. It's double the cost. So I think that that this is also an aspect that people I think would be asking. It is not for the Aam Aadmi sort of definitely. Today, on an average, low middle class income person, or even for that matter, I mean, a working class and a member of the working classes, I do not think their monthly takeaways, are more than 8,000 or 10,000, etc. Now these Vande Bharat trains are clearly not for that section of the working class. They are in fact not for the working class at all. They are mainly for the middle class who can afford it. So yes, the BJP is again sort of catering to the sections that it's always catered to, and it hopes that it will draw the maximum benefit from there. As far as religious tourism is concerned, again, as an electoral thing, I don't think it's really a good thing for a democracy like ours, and that governments should focus more on spending on infrastructure like schools, like hospitals, etc., which are the basics of any society. As far as those indicators concerned, we are far behind. As a nation, we are far behind. I mean, there's so much of inequity across states. So the center should actually be more perspicacious when it comes to spending sort of money, where it should be spent, and not just out of for narrow electoral considerations. Yes, every believing Hindu would probably sort of enjoy this, would sort of appreciate this gesture, that it cuts down the time, and that it sort of facilitates travel. But then there's only a section among the majority community that is going to be able to afford these rates also. That is also a question that I'm sure the political class will be asking. And there have been so many accidents involving the Vande Bharat trains. I don't know why. We have stray animals which have come in.
Rajlakshmi. In fact, now let's take a look at one of the most important projects that has come up in Chennai as well. And in Chennai, the Prime Minister will be inaugurating one of the most important terminals that has been recently built. It has been built at a class par international standards. And let's take a look as to what this terminal is all about and take a sneak peek at how it has been built.
Hello and a very warm welcome. Thanks for tuning in to News 9 Live. We're shifting our focus to the state of Tamil Nadu that is all set to get a brand new terminal. This integrated building is set to come up at the Chennai airport. Take a look at this. On the 8th of April, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the new integrated terminal building of the Chennai airport. It covers an area of 1.36 lakh square meters and was completed at a cost of rupees 1,260 crores. This will help increase the airport's passenger serving capacity from 23 to 30 million passengers per annum. The building's design is reflective of traditional Tamil culture, featuring elements such as kolam, a pattern or design drawn in front of South Indian homes, sari, temples, and other elements that highlight the natural surroundings. This will be the 12th semi-high-speed terminal in the country. Let's take a look at some other salient features as well. It has a capacity to handle 45 aircrafts per hour. And if that's not more, it was developed at a cost of rupees 1,260 crores. 1.97 lakh square meter floor space is what the new integrated building can boast of. 108 immigration, 80 check-in and other additional counters for the benefit of all the passengers. It is passenger friendly, the entire layout, and it's closer to parking and metro area, so that has been thought after as well. The building carries Tamil cultural motifs such as kolam, saris, temples, gold ornaments as well. The tapestry all highlighting Tamil culture. It can handle 30 million passengers each year. From the erstwhile 23 million to 30 million is significantly huge in terms of a jump. It is going to be lit and airy from the visuals that you can see. The skylight is a unique feature of this particular new terminal. The skylight is going to harvest natural light to illuminate the space instead of internal building lighting. It's been deemed as the golden terminal. This new terminal is going to be featuring dazzling and grandiose pillars like you can see on the visuals, finished with stainless steel and champagne strips. The golden finish is going to add to the opulence and the grandiose, the magnificence of the overall design of the new terminal. There is a spectacular exterior roof ceiling which adds to the magnificence of the building, and the new terminal, it's important to note here, aligns with the green rating for integrated habitat assessment, which is a rating system developed to evaluate the environmental performance of buildings and habitats. There are aero bridges for the benefit of the passengers. There's going to be 20 fixed linked aero bridges which are going to be compatible with multiple aircraft ramp system, which is also called Mars, and each can accommodate quite a hefty load of people and aircraft as well. Now the departures, when you come to the departures, along with the two domestic terminals, Chennai Airport will have a new terminal for international departures by 2025. There is going to be quick security screening. The security screening process at the airport will also become easier and faster with 11 automatic tray retrieval systems for carry-on baggage as well. And it's important to note here again that there are going to be remote boarding gates. The new terminal will have as many as 33 remote boarding gates. And of course, retail outlets as well. The new terminal is going to boast of high technology equipped retail outlets for all the passengers, because shopping and flying, it seems, go hand in hand when it comes to Indian passengers. Those are visuals of the magnificent new integrated terminal that is going to become a part of the Chennai airport. Tomorrow is when the Prime Minister is going to be inaugurating this space as well. The outer design is something that everybody is talking about. Lots of artists that have been incorporated in this particular project. It is the first phase. Let's not forget, by 2025, international departures is going to become a possibility at this new integrated terminal as well. The roof in particular that you can see on your visuals comprises of a golden finish aluminium composite and has been given a wavy pattern as well. The wavy design right from the canopy in the departure curb area features a stance that is similar to the graceful moves of a Bharatnatyam dancer. So those are the level, and that's the level of intricacies that has been put in place and was thought after whilst the designing and the layout of this new integrated terminal that is set to become a part of Chennai's airport was being thought about. The skylight that I spoke about earlier, now this is again a very unique feature of the new building. It's going to be illuminating the entire airport without the use of electronic lights. It is going to illuminate the entire floor, the 1.36 lakh meter square, floor space is going to be lit with nothing but natural sunlight. Well, Chennai's new integrated terminal at the airport, will it become...
Now the Prime Minister is now at the parade ground where he will be addressing a large gathering.
Minister for Culture, Tourism and Development of North Eastern Region, Kishan Reddy Garu, Venkateswara Swami, జ్ఞాపికని బహుకరించి స్వాగతం పలుకుతారు గౌరవ ప్రధానమంత్రి గారికి.
Prime Minister continuing with his inauguration of various projects in Telangana and launching of a lot of projects. Several projects, especially highway projects, has also been announced by the Prime Minister there. G. Kishan Reddy, in fact, welcoming the Prime Minister in Secunderabad with giving him the statue of Lord Balaji and inviting him to the dais in Secunderabad. Large crowds of BJP workers from Telangana gather at the location to welcome the Prime Minister.
Vande, Bharat Mata ki, Narendra Modi gari nayakatvam, Narendra Modi gari nayakatvam, Narendra Modi gari nayakatvam. వచ్చినటువంటి పెద్దలందరికీ వేదిక మీద ఉన్నటువంటి తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్ర గవర్నర్ శ్రీమతి డాక్టర్ తమిళసాయి సౌందరరాజన్ జీ, రైల్వే ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ టెక్నాలజీ అండ్ టెలికమ్యూనికేషన్ మంత్రి అయినటువంటి గౌరవనీయులు అశ్విని వైష్ణవ్ గారు, అదేవిధంగా వేదిక మీద ఉన్నటువంటి ఇతర పెద్దలు, ఈరోజు కార్యక్రమానికి తెలంగాణ ప్రజలకు అనేక రకాలుగా మౌలిక వసతులు కల్పించడం కోసం వచ్చినటువంటి మన దేశ ప్రధానమంత్రి నరేంద్ర మోడీ గారికి ముందుగా తెలంగాణ ప్రజానీకం తరఫున హృదయపూర్వకమైనటువంటి నీరాజనం పలుకుతా ఉన్నాను. ఈరోజు తెలంగాణలో ఉన్నటువంటి ప్రతి హిందువు ఎప్పుడో ఒకసారి వెంకటేశ్వర స్వామి దర్శనం చేసుకోవాలని కోరుకుంటారు. అటువంటి ప్రతి కుటుంబానికి మధ్యతరగతి వాళ్ళు కానీ పేద ప్రజలు కానీ వెంకటేశ్వర స్వామి దర్శనానికి వెళ్తారు. వాళ్ళ సౌకర్యార్థము మన హైదరాబాద్ నగరం నుంచి సికింద్రాబాద్ స్టేషన్ నుంచి తిరుమల తిరుపతి వెంకటేశ్వర స్వామి దర్శనానికి వెళ్ళేటువంటి భక్తుల సౌకర్యార్థము ఈరోజు వందే భారత్ ట్రైను ఈరోజు మన తెలంగాణ ప్రజలకు ఆంధ్ర ప్రజలకు అంకితం చేస్తూ వెంకటేశ్వర స్వామి సేవలో ఈరోజు వందే భారత్ ట్రైన్ను నరేంద్ర మోడీ గారు ప్రారంభించారని ఈ సందర్భంగా మనవి చేస్తా ఉన్నాను. ఈ సందర్భంగా తెలంగాణ ప్రజలను కోరుతా ఉన్నాను, ఇది 13వ ట్రైను.
Kishan Reddy, Minister of Tourism, saying that the Prime Minister has given a gift to the pilgrims from Hyderabad and Secunderabad as well as from Telangana. For those who wanted to have a darshan of Lord Venkateshwara, it will be easier now with the Vande Bharat Express.
ఈరోజు సికింద్రాబాద్ రైల్వే స్టేషన్ తెలంగాణలోని అతిపెద్ద రైల్వే స్టేషన్ 714 కోట్ల రూపాయలతో అంతర్జాతీయ ప్రమాణాలకు అనుకూలంగా ఈరోజు
The Secunderabad Railway Station, which is the biggest railway station in Telangana, will be given a complete facelift and redeveloped to handle more traffic to that station.
ప్రయాణికులు పెరుగుతారో దాన్ని దృష్టిలో పెట్టుకొని ఈరోజు ఈ యొక్క రైల్వే స్టేషన్ ను అంతర్జాతీయ ప్రమాణాలతో స్టేట్ ఆఫ్ ఆర్ట్ గా
It will be built and redeveloped and redesigned to international standards.
ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ ప్రజలకు హైదరాబాద్ లో ట్రైన్ లో ప్రయాణం చేసేటువంటి ప్రతి వ్యక్తికి
The people of Telangana and the people of Andhra Pradesh will find the Secunderabad railway station one of the best railway stations that has been developed and will aid in their travel throughout the country.
ఈ యొక్క రైల్వే స్టేషన్ అధికరించారు. అదే కాకుండా ఈరోజు హైదరాబాద్ నుంచి మహబూబ్ నగర్ ప్రజలకు ఎవరైతే ట్రైన్ లో ప్రయాణం చేస్తారో వాళ్ళకి ఇప్పటికీ సింగిల్ లైన్ మాత్రమే ఉంది, రైల్వే లైన్. దాన్ని డబ్లింగ్ చేసేటువంటి కార్యక్రమాన్ని
Hyderabad to Mehboob Nagar, the doubling of lines, there was only a single line, the doubling of line has been sanctioned by the Prime Minister.
రైల్వే లైన్ డబ్లింగ్ చేయడం జరిగిందో దాన్ని కూడా ఈ రోజు మన తెలంగాణ ప్రజలకు అంకితం చేస్తా ఉన్నారు.
This will in fact aid the people of Telangana.
మీకందరికీ తెలుసు అనేక రోజులుగా ఐఎంఎంటీఎస్ సెకండ్ ఫేజు ఆగిపోయి ఉన్నది. ఏదైతే రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వం సహకారం అందాలో అది అందని కారణంగా ఎంఎంటీఎస్ సెకండ్ ఫేజ్ పెరిగింది. దాని యొక్క బడ్జెట్ కూడా పెరిగింది. ఇటీవల ప్రధానమంత్రి గారిని ఈరోజు మా ఎంపీలందరం కలిసి, తెలంగాణకు సంబంధించినటువంటి ఎంపీలందరం కలిసి, బీజేపీ సంబంధించినటువంటి సంజయ్ గారు కానీ, బాబురావు గారు కానీ, లేక ధర్మపురి అరవింద్ గారు కానీ మేమందరం అడిగాము, సార్ హైదరాబాదు కామన్ మ్యాన్ ట్రైను ఈ యొక్క ఎంఎంటీఎస్ ఉద్యోగస్తులు,
the multimodal transport system will be for the common man in Hyderabad and will be a benefit to the common man in Hyderabad.
రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వం సహకారం లేకున్నా కూడా ప్రారంభించాలని చెప్పాము. అందుకోసం ఈ రోజు 13 కొత్త ఎంఎంటీఎస్ సర్వీసులను, ఎంఎంటీఎస్ సెకండ్ ఫేజ్ను ఈ రోజు తెలంగాణ ప్రజలకు భారత ప్రధానమంత్రి నరేంద్ర మోడీ గారు అంకితం చేస్తా ఉన్నారని మనం చేస్తా ఉన్నాం.
The second phase of it, the permission and sanction has been given for the second phase of development of the MTS, and that will also be helping the people of Hyderabad.
అదే కాకుండా 7,864 కోట్ల రూపాయలతో ఈ రోజు జాతీయ రహదారులకు భారత ప్రధానమంత్రి నరేంద్ర మోడీ గారు భూమి పూజ చేయబోతున్నారు. అది మహబూబ్నగర్ జిల్లా చించోలి ప్రాంతం కానీ, కల్వకుర్త నుంచి కొల్లాపూర్ వెళ్లే రోడ్డు కానీ, నిజాంపేట్, నారాయణ్ ఖేడ్, బీదర్ మధ్యలో రోడ్డు కానీ, ఖమ్మం,
several highway projects has also been sanctioned by the Prime Minister.
మొత్తము 7,800
G. Kishan Reddy reading out the locations that will benefit from the new highway projects that has been sanctioned by the centre.
భూమి పూజ చేయనున్నారు. అదే కాకుండా ఎయిమ్స్ బీబీ నగర్ 1,366 కోట్ల రూపాయలతో కొత్త భవనానికి ఈరోజు శంకుస్థాపన చేయబోతున్నారు. అది పూర్తయిపోతే అంతర్జాతీయ స్థాయిలో ఎయిమ్స్ హాస్పిటల్లో ఆధునికమైనటువంటి వైద్య సహాయము మన తెలంగాణ ప్రజలకు అందుతుంది.
G. Kishan Reddy saying that the AIIMS in Bibi Nagar will be established
అనేకమైనటువంటి
under international standards,
నరేంద్ర మోడీ గారి నాయకత్వంలో
under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi.
ఏ రకమైనటువంటి భేదభావం లేకుండా
There would be any discrimination and development will be for all.
రహదారుల కోసం 1,04,000 కోట్ల రూపాయలు నరేంద్ర మోడీ గారు ఈ తెలంగాణ ప్రజలకు
11,300 crores has been spent on infrastructure projects in Telangana.
33 జిల్లాలు ఉంటే 32 జిల్లాలకు జాతీయ రహదారులతో కేంద్ర ప్రభుత్వము రోడ్ల అనుసంధానం చేయడం జరిగిందని మనం చేస్తా ఉన్నాను. ఈరోజు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రంలో అన్ని రంగాలలో కూడా అభివృద్ధి చేయాలనేటువంటిది నరేంద్ర మోడీ గారి ప్రభుత్వ ఆకాంక్ష. అందుకే ప్రభుత్వాన్ని కోరుతా ఉన్నాను ఈరోజు తెలంగాణ ప్రజలు ఎన్ని రకాలుగా లాభం చేకూరుతున్నది. కాబట్టి అన్ని వర్గాల ప్రజలు, తెలంగాణ సమాజము ఈ విషయాన్ని గుర్తించి నరేంద్ర మోడీ గారిని ఆశీర్వదించాల్సిందిగా కోరుకుంటూ వేదిక మీద ఉన్నటువంటి పెద్దలు అందరూ కూడా స్వాగతం పలుకుతూ ప్రత్యేకంగా
I invite the Prime Minister and thank him for the projects that has been launched in Telangana.
హృదయపూర్వకమైనటువంటి స్వాగతం పలుకుతూ నమస్సంజలు తెలియజేస్తూ సెలవు తీసుకుంటున్నాను. భారత్ మాతా కీ జై.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I now request Shri Ashwini Vaishnav ji, Union Railways Communication, Electronics and IT Minister, to address the gathering.
परम आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी, तेलंगाना के राज्यपाल डॉक्टर सुंदरराजन गारू, केंद्रीय मंत्री श्री किशन रेड्डी गारू, उपस्थित महानुभाव, नमस्ते अंडी। आज सिकंदराबाद से तिरुपति के बीच चलने वाली वंदे भारत एक्सप्रेस को माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने फ्लैग ऑफ किया है। इस शुभ अवसर पर आप सभी का हार्दिक अभिनंदन। यह तेलंगाना आंध्रा की दूसरी वंदे भारत एक्सप्रेस है। आज ही माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी सिकंदराबाद स्टेशन को वर्ल्ड क्लास बनाने का प्रोजेक्ट का शिलान्यास कर रहे हैं। आज ही साथ माननीय प्रधानमंत्री सिकंदराबाद महबूब नगर के 13 नई MMTS सर्विसेज को भी फ्लैग ऑफ करेंगे। हमारे जितने भी कामगार भाई हैं, जितने भी मिडिल क्लास ऑफिस गोर्स, आप सबके लिए बहुत बड़ी सौगात। प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने पिछले 9 वर्षों में रेलवे को पूरी तरह से ट्रांसफॉर्म करने का संकल्प लिया है। आपके विजन में कई सारे आयाम हैं, वर्ल्ड क्लास रेलवे स्टेशन, वर्ल्ड क्लास ट्रेन्स, नई ट्रैक्स, इलेक्ट्रिफिकेशन, हर एक एस्पेक्ट रेलवे का सुधर रहा है। 2014 से पहले रेलवे में मात्र पूरे भारत के लिए 40-50 हजार करोड़ का बजट होता था। इस साल प्रधानमंत्री जी ने रेलवे के बजट को बढ़ाकर 2,40,000 करोड़ किया है। साथियों, बहुत बड़ी उपलब्धि है ये। साथ ही साथ तेलंगाना जैसे इतने महत्वपूर्ण राज्य के लिए 2014 से पहले क्या मिलता था? मात्र आंध्रा और तेलंगाना को मिलाकर मात्र 800 करोड़ रुपए। आज प्रधानमंत्री जी ने मात्र अकेले तेलंगाना के लिए 4,400 करोड़ रुपए का रेलवे के लिए बजट दिया है। साथियों, तेलंगाना में रेलवे नेटवर्क को बढ़ाने के लिए प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में हर कदम पर हम आगे बढ़ेंगे। रेलवे में विकास के लिए राज्य सरकार का भी बड़ा सहयोग जरूरी होता है। लैंड एक्विजिशन चाहिए, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर का इश्यू आता है। मैं राज्य सरकार से निवेदन करता हूं कि तेलंगाना के विकास के लिए राजनीति से ऊपर उठे। प्रधानमंत्री जी हमेशा हमको कहते हैं, प्रेरणा देते हैं, सबका साथ सबका विकास। ये समय है राज्य सरकार भी सबका साथ सबका विकास के इस मूल मंत्र पर आकर इसी भावना से आगे आए। एक बार फिर सिकंदराबाद से तिरुपति वंदे भारत के लिए तेलंगाना के सभी निवासियों का अभिनंदन। श्रद्धालुओं के लिए भगवान श्री वेंकटेश्वर और देवी पद्मावती का दर्शन अब और सुगम होगा। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। नमस्ते अंडी।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर। మనం ఎప్పుడెప్పుడు అని వేచి చూస్తున్నటువంటి క్షణం రానే వచ్చింది. We now move on to the historic moment. మన ప్రియతమ ప్రధానమంత్రి శ్రీ నరేంద్ర మోదీ గారి దార్శనికతో చెప్పిన ఆత్మనిర్భర్ భారత్ వంటి పథకాలతో ఈరోజు భారతదేశానికి ప్రపంచ స్థాయిలో గుర్తింపు లభించింది. సుమారు 11,360 కోట్ల రూపాయల పైచిలుకు విలువగల రైలు, రోడ్డు మరియు ఆరోగ్య సంబంధించినటువంటి ప్రాజెక్టుల్ని ప్రారంభించుకుంటున్నాము. తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్ర అభివృద్ధిలో నూతన శకం ప్రారంభం కానుంది. We will now see a short video on 5 important road projects in Telangana state. Foundation shall be laid by the Honorable Prime Minister in a short while. Can we have the AV please?
It is a firm belief of our visionary and dynamic Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji that for developed India, modern infrastructure is pivotal. And in the last 8 to 9 years, the country has seen a transformation in infrastructure landscape of the country.
भाई और बहनों, हमारा प्रयास है कि तेलंगाना के कोने कोने तक बेहतरीन कनेक्टिविटी पहुंचे। पिछले 8 वर्षों में तेलंगाना में नेशनल हाईवे की लंबाई 2 गुनी हो चुकी है।
Telangana, known for its rich cultural heritage and beautiful natural landscape, is a strong partner in nation building. Road infrastructure projects worth over rupees 34,000 crore have been either completed in the last 9 years or are in advanced stages of completion. Today is an important day in the history of Telangana, as Honorable Prime Minister is laying the foundation stone for 5 national highway projects worth rupees 7,865 crore. Construction of 4-lane new greenfield highway from Khammam to Devarapalle will reduce distance between Rajamundry and Hyderabad by 56 kilometers and provide direct connectivity between Hyderabad and coastal parts of Andhra Pradesh like Visakhapatnam, Gangavaram and Kakinada. It will also boost tourism by providing enhanced connectivity to places like Rajamundry, Papikondalu, Annavaram and Simhachalam. Construction of 6-lane Akalkot-Kurnool section of NH 150C will reduce the distance between Surat and Chennai by 280 kilometers and travel time by 6 hours. It will strengthen road connectivity of the state of Telangana with Gujarat, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Construction of Mehboob Nagar Chincholi section will provide smooth connectivity with Karnataka. Local produce like cement, tandoor stones and agriculture commodities like red gram and cotton will get access to bigger and newer markets. It will also give boost to pilgrimage and tourism sectors due to seamless connectivity to Anantagiri Hills, which hosts the famous Ananta Padmanabha Swami temple. Construction of Kalva-Kurti-Kolhapur section of NH 167K will reduce distance between Hyderabad, Kalva-Kurti and important destinations like Tirupati, Nandyala, Chennai by about 80 kilometers. Small-scale industries, milk factories and stone quarries will get access to bigger markets, enhancing socio-economic development of the entire region. Construction of Nizampet-Narayanakhed Bidar section will improve connectivity between Hyderabad and Bidar, famous for Guru Nanak Jira Sahib Gurudwara, Kolhar Industrial Area and handicrafts. These projects will give boost to agriculture, industrial, transport and tourism sectors and generate employment opportunities at a large scale, thereby giving new impetus to prosperity and growth of Telangana.
Thank you, sir. मैं आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी से विनम्र निवेदन करती हूँ कि अब इस परियोजना का बटन दबाकर अनावरण करने की कृपा करें। కేంద్ర రోడ్డు రవాణా మరియు రహదారుల మంత్రిత్వ శాఖకు చెందిన ఈ రోడ్డు ప్రాజెక్టులకు శంకుస్థాపన చేసే సందర్భంగా దానికి సూచనగా గౌరవ ప్రధానమంత్రి శ్రీ నరేంద్ర మోదీ గారు
the Prime Minister, after the audio-video session, is going ahead and inaugurating the 5 highways that was envisioned to ensure that Telangana is connected with the neighboring states and especially with trade centers of the neighboring state. This is to enhance the connectivity of Telangana, especially those districts that have production capacity, industrial production areas are well connected with the rest of the country, like port cities of Chennai, Karnataka.
ప్రధానమంత్రి చేతుల మీదుగా ప్రతిష్టాత్మకంగా ఈ రోడ్డు ప్రాజెక్టులకు శంకుస్థాపన జరగడం తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రానికి శుభ సూచకం. బహుత్ బహుత్ ధన్యవాద్ సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ. ఆ తరువాత దేశంలో ప్రాంతీయ అసమానతలను నివారించడానికి నాణ్యమైన వైద్య విద్యం కోసం సౌకర్యాలను కల్పించి తద్వారా సరసమైన మరియు
Well, the Prime Minister inaugurating the 5 highways that are supposed to connect Telangana with the rest of the states in the southern area, especially to states that have access to ports. Telangana is technically a landlocked state, and improvement of connectivity to ports would increase its ability to export its goods and at the same time send its goods to other markets in the southern area. This is the vision behind the 5 highways that have been sanctioned by the centre in Telangana.
विकसित भारत के प्रण से सीधा जुड़ा है स्वस्थ राष्ट्र का संकल्प. इसीलिए हेल्थ केयर फॉर ऑल के विजन के साथ पिछले 9 वर्षों में माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में लगातार कदम उठाए गए. ये 9 साल मजबूत हेल्थ केयर सेक्टर के निर्माण की दिशा में अभूतपूर्व रहे हैं. आयुष्मान भारत प्रधानमंत्री जन आरोग्य योजना से गरीब को 5 लाख तक के इलाज की निश्चिंतता मिली है. जन औषधि केंद्र से दवाइयाँ 50 से 90% तक सस्ती हो गई है. लाखों हेल्थ एंड वेलनेस सेंटर और PM AIIMS से मेडिकल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर लगातार मजबूत हो रहा है. आयुष्मान भारत डिजिटल मिशन से डिजिटल भारत में स्वास्थ्य सेवाएं लेना सहज हुआ है। 2014 के मुकाबले आज देश में एम्स की संख्या 8 से बढ़कर 23 हो गई है। मेडिकल कॉलेज 387 से बढ़कर 660 हो गए हैं। MBBS की सीट 51,000 से बढ़कर 1,01,000 से अधिक और पीजी की सीट्स 31,000 से बढ़कर 65,000 से अधिक हो चुकी हैं। सदी की सबसे बड़ी महामारी के खिलाफ देश ने विश्व का सबसे बड़ा टीकाकरण अभियान चलाया और 200 करोड़ से ज्यादा टीकाकरण देश के सामूहिक सामर्थ्य की मिसाल बना।
बीते 9 वर्षों में भारत में भी स्वास्थ्य सेवाओं को लेकर बहुत ईमानदारी से, बहुत कुशलता से कार्य करने का प्रयास किया गया है।
हेल्थ और वेलनेस की दिशा में ऐसे ही तेज कदम बढ़ाते हुए आज एम्स बीबी नगर तेलंगाना की आधारशिला रख रहे हैं हमारे प्रधानमंत्री। एम्स बीबी नगर का लाभ और पड़ोसी राज्यों जैसे आंध्र प्रदेश, महाराष्ट्र और कर्नाटक के करोड़ों परिवारों को होगा। 16 मॉड्यूलर ऑपरेशन थिएटर और 750 बिस्तरों वाले इस एम्स से सस्ती और विश्व स्तरीय स्वास्थ्य सुविधाएं लोगों को आसानी से मिल सकेंगी। नए एम्स में होगी टर्शरी केयर की सुविधा। यहाँ न्यूरो सर्जरी, कार्डियक सर्जरी, यूरोलॉजी, एंडोक्रिनोलॉजी आदि सुपर स्पेशलिटी विभाग होंगे। एक्सीडेंट एंड इमरजेंसी, रेडियोलॉजी, पैरामेडिकल जैसे 40 से अधिक विभाग काम करेंगे। विश्व स्तरीय अत्याधुनिक लैब में होगी जांच। साथ ही साथ ये मेडिकल की उच्च शिक्षा और चिकित्सकीय अनुसंधान का केंद्र बनेगा। यहाँ आयुष विंग के साथ एकीकृत चिकित्सा प्रणाली होगी। 201 एकड़ के भूखंड पर 1,366 करोड़ रुपए की लागत से बनने वाले एम्स बीबी नगर को रिकॉर्ड समय में तैयार कर लिया जाएगा। एक और एम्स के साथ देश ने बढ़ाया है स्वस्थ भारत, समृद्ध भारत की ओर एक और कदम।
अभी हम अनुरोध करते हैं श्री आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी से ये परियोजना का शंकुस्थापन करें बटन दबाकर। ऑल इंडिया इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ मेडिकल साइंसेस बीबी नगर శంకుస్థాపన చేయు సందర్భం సూచికగా గౌరవ ప్రధానమంత్రి శ్రీ నరేంద్ర మోదీ గారు శిలా పథకం.
Prime Minister inaugurating the Bibi Nagar AIIMS, which was promised to Telangana in the last budget itself. The aim of the institution coming up in Bibi Nagar is also to help the people from the states of Andhra Pradesh as well as Maharashtra and Karnataka.
It is indeed a memorable moment for the people of Telangana that a host of railway projects are being launched by the Honorable Prime Minister. We now present to you a short video on the rail developmental projects in Telangana being launched by our Honorable Prime Minister in a short while. Can we have the AV please?
Indian Railways holds a place of pride in every Indian heart, linking villages, towns and cities and strengthening the spirit of Ek Bharat, Shresth Bharat. As the growth of Indian Railways is directly linked with the country's growth journey, our dynamic Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji emphasized on the transformation of railways. Railways is fast becoming modern, safer and inclusive with world-class infrastructure.
आज के भारत में सबको गति और प्रगति से जोड़ने के लिए तेजी से काम चल रहा है। वंदे भारत ट्रेन इसका एक बहुत बड़ा सबूत है, प्रतीक है। आज भारतीय रेल में यात्रा करना एक सुखद अनुभव बन रहा है।
Under the visionary leadership of the Honorable Prime Minister, Government of India has provided significant railway facilities to the state of Telangana like upgradation of stations, new lines, electrification, doubling and tripling of lines, construction of bridges, road over bridges and road under bridges. Continuing these efforts towards strong rail connectivity for the people of Telangana, today Honorable Prime Minister is flagging off the prestigious Vande Bharat from Telangana, which is IT city of Lord Tirupati. It will further the social and cultural activities in the entire region. Indigenously built semi-high-speed Vande Bharat Express will enhance the travel experience of just by providing a safe, fast and comfortable rail travel between Hyderabad and Tirupati while reducing travel time by almost 3.5 hours. Facilities like 180-degree rotating recliner chairs, automatic doors, Wi-Fi, Kavach, specially designed toilets and touch-free services will give world-class travel experience to passengers. Taking rail services closer to suburban rail users, 13 new MMTS services are being introduced in the suburban section of Hyderabad-Secunderabad Twin City region. These services will provide fast, comfortable and cost-effective travel to daily commuters. Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji is also dedicating to the nation 85 km of rail line doubling with electrification project of Secunderabad Mehboob Nagar section worth rupees 1,410 crore. It will not only decongest this highly saturated section and give seamless connectivity, but will also help in increasing train speed as well as facilitate introduction of more train services. This vital project will strengthen the connectivity of Hyderabad and Secunderabad with Kurnool, Anantapur, Tirupati and Bengaluru. Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji is also laying foundation stone for the redevelopment of Secunderabad station with modern architecture and world-class amenities at a cost of rupees 720 crore. The new station would have iconic buildings, spacious air concourse, separate entry and exit, lifts, escalators, travelators, easy signages, multi-level parking, food courts and modern public announcement and information system, thereby enhancing passengers' convenience. These railway projects will give boost to agriculture, industrial and tourism sectors in the state and propel Telangana to new heights of development.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. That is a detailed video about the railway projects. अभी हम अनुरोध करते हैं माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी रेलवे स्टेशन हमारे सिकंदराबाद के पुनरुद्धरण के लिए शंकुस्थापन करें बटन दबाकर गौरव प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी गारू सिकंदराबाद రైల్వే స్టేషన్ పునరాభివృద్ధి పనులు శంకుస్థాపన చేయు సందర్భంగా శిలాఫలకం ఆవిష్కరించవలసిందిగా సవినయంగా కోరుకుంటున్నాం అదే మారిగా మరొక ప్రాజెక్ట్ సికింద్రాబాద్ మహబూబ్ నగర్ డబ్లింగ్ మరియు విద్యుద్దీకరణ ప్రాజెక్ట్ శిలాఫలకాన్ని ఆవిష్కరించవలసిందిగా అలాగే జాతికి అంకితం చేయవలసిందిగా సవినయంగా గౌరవ ప్రధానమంత్రి గారిని విన్నవించుకుంటున్నాము
The Prime Minister inaugurating the Secunderabad redevelopment project, considered to be one of the biggest railway redesigning project that has been carried out in the current year, and also inauguration of the MMTS as well. The inauguration being held virtually. These projects are supposed to bring in several benefits to the twin cities of Hyderabad and Secunderabad. Hyderabad and Secunderabad would also be having a multimodal transport system that would ensure that every area of its city limits is connected. There, flagging off the MMTS, the Prime Minister going ahead and flagging off the MMTS from the parade ground. A virtual flag-off carried out by Prime Minister Modi for the MMTS, the second phase of which was sanctioned, and this MMTS project is going to help Hyderabad and Secunderabad to have its local commuting transport system in place. It would be integrated with the existing metro as well. The Prime Minister going ahead and inaugurating and flagging off the MMTS system.
भारत को महान बनाने का विजन समग्र विश्व को एक परिवार बनाने हेतु वसुदैव कुटुंबम विचार की प्रतिबद्धता केवल ऐसा व्यक्ति ही सोच सकता है जो स्वार्थ से परे हो और ऐसे ही व्यक्तित्व है हमारे प्रिय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी। ये भारत को महान बनाने के लिए हमारे प्रधानमंत्री के मार्गदर्शन का ही यह परिणाम है कि आज समग्र विश्व को भारत में आशा की किरणें नजर आ रही है और सभी देश इस राष्ट्र के साथ मित्रता स्थापित करने हेतु लालायित है। विश्व का सबसे जीवंत लोकतंत्र आत्मनिर्भर भारत के रूप में स्वावलंबी बनाने की राह पर अग्रसर है, तो यह वैश्विक नेतृत्व में शीर्ष स्थान प्राप्त उस नेता की दूरदर्शिता का ही परिणाम है और वे है हमारे प्रिय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी। अब हम हमारे यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी से अनुरोध करते हैं कि वे इस शुभ अवसर पर हमें संबोधित करें। భారతదేశాన్ని మరింత మహోన్నతంగా రూపుదిద్దుతున్న ప్రధానమంత్రి గారిని సంభాషించవలసిందిగా సవినయంగా కోరుతున్నాము।
भारत माता की तेलंगाना की गवर्नर तमिलसाई सौंदरराजन जी, केंद्रीय मंत्रिमंडल के मेरे साथी अश्विनी वैष्णव जी, इसी तेलंगाना की धरती के पुत्र और मंत्रिपरिषद में मेरे साथी श्री जी किशन रेड्डी जी, बहुत बड़ी संख्या में आए हुए तेलंगाना के मेरे प्यारे भाइयों और बहनों, प्रियమైన సోదరా సోదరి మణులారా, మీ అందరికీ నా హృదయపూర్వक నమస్కారములు। महान क्रांतिकारियों की धरती तेलंगाना को मेरा शत शत प्रणाम। आज मुझे तेलंगाना के विकास को और गति देने का पुनः सौभाग्य मिला। थोड़ी देर पहले ही तेलंगाना आंध्र प्रदेश को जोड़ने वाली एक और वंदे भारत ट्रेन को हरी झंडी दिखाई गई है। ये आधुनिक ट्रेन अब भाग्य लक्ष्मी मंदिर के शहर को भगवान श्री वेंकटेश्वर धाम तिरुपति से जोड़ेगी। यानी एक प्रकार से ये वंदे भारत एक्सप्रेस आस्था, आधुनिकता, टेक्नोलॉजी और टूरिज्म को कनेक्ट करने वाली है। इसके साथ ही आज यहां 11,000 करोड़ रुपए से अधिक के प्रोजेक्ट्स का लोकार्पण और शिलान्यास हुआ है। ये तेलंगाना की रेल और रोड कनेक्टिविटी से जुड़े प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं, हेल्थ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर से जुड़े प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं। मैं विकास के इन सभी प्रोजेक्ट्स के लिए आपको, तेलंगाना की जनता को बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं, शुभकामनाएं देता हूं। साथियों, तेलंगाना को अलग राज्य बने करीब करीब उतना ही समय हुआ है जितने दिन केंद्र में एनडीए की सरकार को हुए हैं। तेलंगाना के निर्माण में, तेलंगाना के गठन में जिन सामान्य नागरिकों ने, यहां की जनता जनार्दन ने योगदान दिया है, मैं आज फिर एक बार कोटि कोटि जनों को आदरपूर्वक नमन करता हूं। तेलंगाना के विकास को लेकर, तेलंगाना के लोगों के विकास को लेकर जो सपना आपने देखा था, तेलंगाना के नागरिकों ने देखा था, उसे पूरा करना केंद्र की एनडीए सरकार अपना कर्तव्य समझती है। हम सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका विश्वास, सबका प्रयास के मंत्र को लेकर के आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। हमने पूरा प्रयास किया है कि भारत के विकास का जो नया मॉडल बीते 9 वर्षों में विकसित हुआ है, उसका लाभ तेलंगाना को भी ज्यादा से ज्यादा मिले। इसका एक उदाहरण हमारे शहरों का विकास है। बीते 9 वर्षों में हैदराबाद में ही करीब 70 किलोमीटर का मेट्रो नेटवर्क बनाया गया है। हैदराबाद मल्टी मॉडल ट्रांसपोर्ट सिस्टम एमएमटीएस प्रोजेक्ट पर भी इस दौरान तेजी से काम हुआ है। आज भी यहां 13 एमएमटीएस सर्विस शुरू हुई है। एमएमटीएस का तेजी से विस्तार हो, इसके लिए इस वर्ष के केंद्र सरकार के बजट में तेलंगाना के लिए 600 करोड़ रुपए रखे गए हैं। इससे हैदराबाद, सिकंदराबाद सहित आसपास के जिलों के लाखों साथियों की सुविधा और बढ़ेगी। इससे नए बिजनेस हब बनेंगे, नए इलाकों में इन्वेस्टमेंट होना शुरू होगा। साथियों, 100 साल में आई सबसे बड़ी गंभीर महामारी और 2 देशों के युद्ध के बीच आज दुनिया भर की अर्थव्यवस्थाओं में बहुत तेज गति से उतार चढ़ाव हो रहा है। इस अनिश्चितता के बीच भारत दुनिया के उन देशों में से एक है जो अपने इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को आधुनिक बनाने के लिए रिकॉर्ड निवेश कर रहा है। इस साल के बजट में भी 10 लाख करोड़ रुपए आधुनिक इंफ्रा के लिए अलॉट किए गए हैं। आज का नया भारत, 21वीं सदी का नया भारत तेजी से देश के कोने कोने में मॉडर्न इंफ्रा बना रहा है। तेलंगाना में भी बीते 9 वर्षों में रेलवे बजट में लगभग 17 गुना की वृद्धि की गई है। अभी अश्विनी जी आंकड़ा दे रहे थे। इससे नई रेल लाइन बिछाने का काम हो, रेल लाइनों की डबलिंग का काम हो या फिर इलेक्ट्रिफिकेशन का काम हो, सभी कुछ रिकॉर्ड तेजी से हुआ है। आज जिस सिकंदराबाद और महबूबनगर के बीच रेल लाइन की डबलिंग का काम पूरा हुआ है, वो इसी का उदाहरण है। इससे हैदराबाद और बेंगलुरु की कनेक्टिविटी भी बेहतर होगी। देश भर के बड़े रेलवे स्टेशनों को आधुनिक बनाने का जो अभियान शुरू हुआ है, उसका लाभ भी तेलंगाना को मिल रहा है। सिकंदराबाद रेलवे स्टेशन का विकास भी इसी अभियान का हिस्सा है। साथियों, रेलवे के साथ ही केंद्र सरकार द्वारा तेलंगाना में हाईवे का नेटवर्क भी तेज गति से विकसित किया जा रहा है। आज 4 हाईवे प्रोजेक्ट्स का शिलान्यास यहां हुआ है। 2300 करोड़ की लागत से अकलकोट करनूल सेक्शन को हो, 1300 करोड़ की लागत से महबूब नगर चिंचोली सेक्शन का काम हो, करीब 900 करोड़ रुपए की लागत से कलवाकुर्ती कोल्हापुर हाईवे का काम हो, 2700 करोड़ की लागत से खम्मम देवरापल्ली सेक्शन का काम हो। केंद्र सरकार तेलंगाना में आधुनिक नेशनल हाईवे निर्माण के लिए पूरी शक्ति से जुटी है। केंद्र सरकार के निरंतर प्रयास की वजह से आज तेलंगाना में नेशनल हाईवे की लंबाई 2 गुनी हो चुकी है। साल 2014 में जब तेलंगाना का निर्माण हुआ था, तब यहां 2500 किलोमीटर के आसपास नेशनल हाईवे थे। आज तेलंगाना में नेशनल हाईवे की लंबाई बढ़कर के 5000 किलोमीटर पहुंच गई है। इन वर्षों में केंद्र सरकार ने तेलंगाना में नेशनल हाईवे बनाने के लिए करीब 35,000 करोड़ रुपए खर्च किए हैं। इस समय भी तेलंगाना में 60,000 करोड़ रुपए के रोड प्रोजेक्ट्स पर काम चल रहा है। इसमें गेम चेंजर हैदराबाद रिंग रोड का प्रोजेक्ट भी शामिल है। साथियों, केंद्र सरकार तेलंगाना में इंडस्ट्री और खेती दोनों के विकास पर बल दे रही है। टेक्सटाइल ऐसा ही उद्योग है जो किसान को भी और मजदूर को भी दोनों को बल देता है। हमारी सरकार ने देश भर में 7 मेगा टेक्सटाइल पार्क बनाना तय किया है। इनमें से एक मेगा टेक्सटाइल पार्क तेलंगाना में भी बनेगा। इससे युवाओं के लिए नए रोजगार का निर्माण होगा। रोजगार के साथ साथ तेलंगाना में शिक्षा और स्वास्थ्य पर भी केंद्र सरकार बहुत निवेश कर रही है। तेलंगाना को अपना एम्स देने का सौभाग्य हमारी सरकार को मिला है। एम्स बीबी नगर से जुड़ी अलग अलग सुविधाओं के लिए भी आज काम शुरू हुए हैं। आज के ये प्रोजेक्ट तेलंगाना में ईज ऑफ ट्रैवल, ईज ऑफ लिविंग और ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस तीनों को बढ़ाएंगे। हालांकि साथियों, केंद्र सरकार की इन कोशिशों के बीच मुझे एक बात के लिए बहुत पीड़ा है, बहुत दुख होता है, दर्द होता है। केंद्र के ज्यादातर प्रोजेक्ट्स में राज्य सरकार से सहयोग न मिलने के कारण हर प्रोजेक्ट में देरी हो रही है, विलंब हो रहा है। इससे नुकसान तेलंगाना के लोगों का, आप लोगों का हो रहा है। मेरा राज्य सरकार से आग्रह है कि वो विकास से जुड़े कार्यों में कोई बाधा ना आने दे, विकास के कार्यों में तेजी लाएं। भाइयों और बहनों, आज के नए भारत में देशवासियों की आशाएं, आकांक्षाएं, उनके सपने पूरे करना हमारी सरकार की प्राथमिकता है। हम दिन रात मेहनत करके इसी कोशिश में जुटे हैं, लेकिन कुछ मुट्ठी भर लोग विकास के इन कार्यों से बहुत बौखलाए हुए हैं। ऐसे लोग जो परिवारवाद, भाई भतीजावाद और भ्रष्टाचार को पोषित करते रहे, उन्हें ईमानदारी से काम करने वालों से परेशानी हो रही है। ऐसे लोगों को देश के हित से, समाज के भले से कोई लेना देना नहीं है। ये लोग सिर्फ और सिर्फ अपने कुनबे को फलता फूलता देखना पसंद करते हैं। हर प्रोजेक्ट में, हर इन्वेस्टमेंट में ये लोग अपने परिवार का स्वार्थ देखते हैं। तेलंगाना को ऐसे लोगों से बहुत सतर्क रहना जरूरी है। भाइयों और बहनों, भ्रष्टाचार और परिवारवाद एक दूसरे से अलग नहीं है। जहां परिवारवाद और भाई भतीजावाद होता है, वहीं से हर प्रकार का करप्शन फलना फूलना शुरू हो जाता है। परिवारवाद, वंशवाद का मूल मंत्र ही सब चीजों को कंट्रोल करना होता है। परिवारवादी हर व्यवस्था पर अपना कंट्रोल रखना चाहते हैं। उन्हें ये बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं आता कि कोई उनके कंट्रोल को चैलेंज करे। आपको मैं एक उदाहरण देता हूं। आज केंद्र सरकार ने डायरेक्ट बेनिफिट ट्रांसफर डीबीटी व्यवस्था विकसित की है। आज किसानों को, विद्यार्थियों को, छोटे व्यापारियों को, छोटे कारोबारियों को आर्थिक मदद का पैसा सीधे उनके बैंक खाते में भेजा जाता है। हमने देश भर में डिजिटल पेमेंट की व्यवस्था बढ़ाई है। आखिर ये पहले क्यों नहीं हो पाता था? ये इसलिए नहीं हुआ क्योंकि परिवारवादी ताकतें व्यवस्था पर, सिस्टम पर अपना कंट्रोल छोड़ना नहीं चाहते थे। किस लाभार्थी को क्या लाभ मिले, कितना मिले, इसका नियंत्रण ये परिवारवादी अपने पास रखना चाहते हैं। इससे इनके तीन मतलब सकते थे। एक, इनके ही परिवार की जय जयकार होती रहे। दूसरा, करप्शन का पैसा इनके परिवार के पास ही आता रहे। और तीसरा, जो पैसे गरीब के लिए भेजे जाते हैं, वो पैसे इनके भ्रष्ट इकोसिस्टम के अंदर बांटने के काम आ जाए। आज मोदी ने भ्रष्टाचार की इसलिए जड़ पर प्रहार कर दिया है। मुझे तेलंगाना के भाई बहन बताइए, आप जवाब देंगे? आप जवाब देंगे? भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ लड़ना चाहिए कि नहीं लड़ना चाहिए? भ्रष्टाचारियों के खिलाफ लड़ना चाहिए कि नहीं चाहिए? देश को भ्रष्टाचार से मुक्त करना चाहिए कि नहीं करना चाहिए? कितना ही बड़ा भ्रष्टाचारी हो, कानूनी कदम उठाने चाहिए कि नहीं उठाने चाहिए? भ्रष्टाचारियों के खिलाफ कानून को काम करने देना चाहिए कि नहीं करने देना चाहिए? और इसलिए ये लोग तिल मिलाए हुए हैं, बौखलाहट में कुछ भी किए जा रहे हैं। कुछ दिन पहले तो ऐसे कई राजनीतिक दल को अदालत में चले गए, कोर्ट के पास पहुंच गए थे कि हमें सुरक्षा दो, ये हमारे भ्रष्टाचार की किताबें कोई खोले नहीं। कोर्ट के पास गए, कोर्ट ने वहां भी उनको झटका दे दिया और क्या वापस भेज दिया। भाई और बहनों, जब सबका साथ, सबका विकास की भावना से काम होता है तो सच्चे अर्थों में लोकतंत्र मजबूत होता है। तब वंचितों, शोषितों, पीड़ितों को वरीयता मिलती है। और यही तो बाबा साहब आम्बेडकर का सपना था, यही तो संविधान की सच्ची भावना है। जब 2014 में केंद्र सरकार परिवार तंत्र की बेड़ियों से मुक्त हुई तो क्या परिणाम आया, ये पूरा देश देख रहा है। बीते 9 वर्षों में देश की 11 करोड़ माताओं, बहनों, बेटियों को इज्जतघर टॉयलेट की सुविधा मिली है। इसमें तेलंगाना के भी 30 लाख से अधिक परिवारों की माताएं, बहनों को भी ये व्यवस्था मिली है। बीते 9 वर्षों में देश में 9 करोड़ से अधिक बहनों, बेटियों को उज्ज्वला का मुफ्त गैस कनेक्शन मिला है। तेलंगाना के 11 लाख से अधिक गरीब परिवारों को भी इसका लाभ मिला है। साथियों, परिवार तंत्र तेलंगाना सहित देश के करोड़ों गरीब साथियों से उनका राशन भी लूट लेता था। हमारी सरकार में आज 80 करोड़ गरीबों को मुफ्त राशन उपलब्ध कराया जा रहा है। इससे तेलंगाना के भी लाखों गरीबों की भी बहुत मदद हुई है। हमारी सरकार की नीतियों की वजह से तेलंगाना के लाखों गरीब साथियों को 5 लाख रुपए तक के मुफ्त इलाज की सुविधा मिली है। तेलंगाना के 1 करोड़ परिवारों का पहली बार जनधन बैंक खाता खुला है। तेलंगाना के 2.5 लाख छोटे उद्यमियों को बिना गारंटी का मुद्रा ऋण मिला है। यहां 5 लाख स्ट्रीट वेंडर्स को पहली बार बैंक लोन मिला है। तेलंगाना के 40 लाख से अधिक छोटे किसानों को पीएम किसान सम्मान निधि के तहत लगभग 9,000 करोड़ रुपए भी मिले। ये वो वंचित वर्ग है जिसको पहली बार वरीयता मिली है, प्राथमिकता मिली है। साथियों, जब देश तुष्टीकरण से निकलकर सबके संतुष्टीकरण की तरफ बढ़ता है, तब सच्चा सामाजिक न्याय जन्म लेता है। आज तेलंगाना सहित पूरा देश संतुष्टीकरण के रास्ते पर चलना चाहता है, सबका प्रयास से विकसित होना चाहता है। आज भी तेलंगाना को जो प्रोजेक्ट मिले हैं वो संतुष्टीकरण की भावना से प्रेरित है, सबका विकास के लिए समर्पित है। आजादी के अमृत काल में विकसित भारत के निर्माण के लिए तेलंगाना का तेज विकास बहुत जरूरी है। आने वाले 25 साल तेलंगाना के लिए भी बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है। तेलंगाना के लोगों को तुष्टीकरण तथा भ्रष्टाचार में डूबी हर ताकतों से, ऐसी हर ताकतों से दूर रहना ही तेलंगाना के भाग्य को निर्धारित करेगा। हमें एकजुट होकर तेलंगाना के विकास के सारे सपनों को पूरा करना है। इन सारे प्रोजेक्ट्स के लिए एक बार फिर तेलंगाना के मेरे प्यारे भाइयों बहनों को मैं बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं। ये मेरे लिए अत्यंत संतोष की बात है, इतनी बड़ी तादाद में तेलंगाना के उज्जवल भविष्य के लिए, तेलंगाना के विकास के लिए आप हमें आशीर्वाद देने के लिए आए हैं। मैं आपका हृदय से आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। बोलिए भारत माता की, भारत माता की, भारत माता की। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
గౌరవనీయులు ప్రధానమంత్రి వర్యులు అందించిన సందేశం
तो आप